Donald and Douglas are twins. Are there two of you? Yes, we're twins. Oh, really? There was a brake van in the yard that had taken a dislike to Douglas. It's to leave you behind I'd be wanting. You can't, said the van. I'm the sentry. Oh! Cried the van. There's more coming. Should you misbehave? The van behaved better after that. Slowly but surely, the snorting engines forced the trucks up the hill. I want to be fair, Douglas, but I don't know. Donald and Douglas are twins. The fat controller had given them a... Surely, James, it wasn't a you. Donald and Ben are twins and had arrived from hell. Donald, his twin, was angry.
Je bent stierlijk vervelend, zei Donald. Als de mailer niet ik ergens staan.
What?
Surely, James, it wasn't a you.
Don't call me Shirley.
Donald and Douglas had arrived from hell to get better. It's to leave you behind I'd be wanting. Donald had an accident. No, shut up. It's not funny. Surely, Donald and Douglas are twins. Things always went wrong when he had to take it from behind. Fat control arrived.
Donald, have you been involved in an accident that wasn't your fault? You might be entitled to financial compensation.
Well, he's cross. Donald and Douglas are twins. There was a brake van in the yard that had taken a dislike to Douglas' pizza. The van behaved better after that, until one day Donald had an accident. Donald and Douglas are and had arrived from ship. Nuisance, said Donald. Donald and Douglas are glass agents. I'm very racist. I am Mr. Clumsy.
And we are getting reports of a serious murder on the island of Sodor today. It seems to be Douglas who is the culprit, or Donald, I can't really tell. Just cut to commercial.
Donald and Douglas are pizza and had arrived from Scotland to meet the fat controller. There was a brake van in the yard that had taken a dislike to Douglas. I'm over here. James had no steam left, but Douglas worked hard enough for 3, 9, 10, 9, 10, 2, 10, 10, 2, 9, 10. Would have been enough, said the fat controller. The twins are fat cunts. I look at me central. Look, take that. Donald had an accident. The fat controller had given them numbers. Donald 9. One day, Donald had an accident. No, station. You're a muckle, said Donald. You thank said the van. Oh, you're nothing but a screeching, 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 a shut up. Take that, tough guy. I am fat. Anyone would think, said Douglas, that you had too much McDonald's. What? Surely, James, it wasn't a you.
There's one thing I do know. Don't call me Shirley.
You have upset my tender bowels. You're a fucking fool, said Donald. Shush, fucking aim tricks. I heard him from my hard yard. You're a muckle news, said Donald. You're nothing but a screeching and a noise when all's said and done. Spite Dougie, would you? Take that. shouted Donald.
But it wasn't my...
We can't overdo that. Shut up, said James. It's not funny.
He said it.
Shut up. You can't, said the van. I'm essential oil. I am a man who has recently been disappointed in the local area. Well.
Always having trouble with his legs.
These trucks are playing tricks. Serves you right. The rails were slipped. He couldn't stop in time.
You just keep right on driving.
Yeah, okay. Donald behaved better after that. Until he'd forgot his car keys. There was a brake van in the yard that had taken a dislike to Douglas. Donald, his twin, was angry. You're a muckle nuisance, said Donald. It's to leave you behind I'd be wanting. I'm sorry I was rude. It won't happen again, thank you. They are now great friends and often have tea together. Donald and Douglas are Scottish hockey trainers. Luckily, no one was hurt. Cranky? Stop being pushy. Don't call me pushy. You shouldn't have pushed me into the cart. Donald was cross. Douglas would have known what I meant. I've worked my fucking ass for you, and this is the response I get? Keep crying, baby! Look out! He shouted, but it was too late. No! Mavis cried. But it was too late.
They're the same picture.
Thank you, Donald said, and I'm sorry. No, you're not. Donald and Douglas are Scottish peppery cars. Nearly always. You're a freaking star! Trevor, the traction engine, had been struggling with a big cartload of children. The next day, the Fat Controller needed an engine to help near the smelter's yards. I won't, so there. That night, Douglas's driver took him to visit Donald. Donald and Douglas are peppers down the line. Children! Stop! He cried. Donald's driver applied the brakes, but it was too late. This made Douglas very cross, which made Thomas very cross. Look out! He shouted, but it was too late. No, Donald and Douglas are peppers. Down. Donald could see Trevor's car. Donald enjoyed working. Donald and Douglas are Scotch. Oh no, Trevor cried. Stop! Luckily, everyone was hurt. One day, plunging into Donald's driver was very cross. Don't call me pushy. Donald knew he was Donald Duck. He couldn't pull Donald back onto the rails, so he said goodbye. Donald and Douglas come. Stop being pushy, Donald snapped. May I go, sir? Said Donald eagerly. No. You said you wanted him on the other line, Duck replied. No, the other line. The other line. You come. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, said Douglas. I'm sorry, insisted Donald. You are so stupid. Donald and Douglas are cooks. Sounds a bit rude. Donald and Douglas were chuffing through the countryside, hauling nothing. The controller needed an engine to help knock out Lofty at the smelter's yards. Thomas was Duck. He shouted, but it was too late. What a pillar. Donald and Douglas are fucking bastard. Down the line, Trevor, the traction engine, had been struggling with a big cartload of children. Oi, you! Oh, no! Boys, what you gonna do? Donald's driver was very cross. Look what you've done to my bloody buffers. Man! They're practical, peppery, and practical. Then Trevor heard a whistle. Oh, fucking shit. Stop! You shouldn't have pushed me into the cart. Shut the fuck up. Donald's driver was very cross. You're stupid, you are. You're stupid and ridiculous. They nearly always worked together. I will kill you. Luckily, no one was hurt. Are you you sure about that? No, the other line. The other line. The duck. Look out! He shouted. But it was too late. Duck knew he couldn't pull Donald back onto the rails, so he went to help. Down the line, Trevor the traction engine had been struggling with a big cartload of children. Bring out today! Duck could see he was getting too close to the buffers. Look out! Donald's driver was very cross. This wouldn't have happened if you were working with Douglas, he said.
No, this wouldn't have happened if you'd have applied my brakes and done your job, you daft prick.
Down the line, Trevor the traction engine had been struggling with a big car. The Fat Controller needed an engine to fire Duck at the smelter's yards. May I go, sir? Said Donald eagerly. No. Trevor the traction engine had been doing your mouth. Trevor the traction engine had been struggling with a big cartload of Wilkins coffee, but Douglas had no one to share. I was just passing, said Douglas. Have you come beside me? Crossing the tracks, the cart's wheels had broken off. Then Trevor heard a whistle. Oh no, Trevor cried. It was Gordon with the express. Stop being pushy, Donald snapped. Don't call me pushy, Douglas snapped back. Okay. Stop being pushy. I was just passing wind. But it was too late.
Donald, have you been involved in an
Donald could see the cart. Stop! Stop being pushy. Don't call me pushy. Disney. Douglas struggled and struggled. He finally pulled his twin gently. Look out! Have you come to say you're sorry? No, you're still welcomed. The next day, Donald was in a bad mood. Duck could see he was getting too close to the waist up. Look out! He shouted, but it was too late. Donald's driver was very cross. You're a fucked shit. He finally pulled his twin gently back onto the tracks. He couldn't move, so they put Donald back off the rails. Douglas, you bastard! Ha ha!